What's up, Steelers Nation? Your Pittsburgh Steelers are in full-on transformation mode, and we're here for every second of it. The front office is making bold moves. The coaching staff is laying out a fresh vision. And the goal? Simple. Bring this city the kind of results we all crave. Championship football. If you love seeing the Steelers try to level up in every way, smash that like button right now to support the channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a single exclusive update. All right, let's get into it, because what just happened in Pittsburgh is turning heads across the NFL. That's right, the Steelers have officially traded wide receiver George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, you heard that right. The same George Pickens who led the league in average yards per catch last season. The same George Pickens who posted nearly 3,000 receiving yards over his first 3 years in Pittsburgh. Gone. The Steelers sent Pickens and a 2027 sixth-round pick to Dallas in exchange for a 2026 third-rounder and a 2027 fifth. It's a move that initially shocked the fan base. How do you give up your most explosive wideout, especially when there are rumors of Aaron Rodgers potentially joining the team? Well, turns out, this trade might make more sense than it seems on the surface, and it just might be exactly what Aaron Rodgers wanted. NFL insider Tom Pelissero dropped a nugget on the Rich Eisen show that has everyone talking. He flat out said that Rodgers doesn't work well with unpredictable receivers. He cited past examples like Mike Williams and young guys in Green Bay. Here's the quote that lit the fuse. If Aaron Rodgers can't count on where you're going to be on the field, he very quickly is not going to have use for you anymore. George Pickens, as talented as he is, may not be the best mesh if and when Aaron Rodgers becomes the Steelers' quarterback. Let that sink in. If Pittsburgh is all in on bringing in Rodgers, or already has a silent agreement in place, then moving on from Pickens isn't just understandable, it's strategic. Remember, Rodgers has a history of vocalizing his frustration with players who don't run routes with precision. He did it last year with Mike Williams in New York, and not long after that, Williams was shipped off to Pittsburgh, of all places. When Rodgers landed in New York, he brought his guys. LAZARD was one of them. But now, with Rodgers no longer in the Jets' plans and possibly headed to Pittsburgh, LAZARD might be next to change jerseys. With Pickens gone and Rodgers potentially incoming, don't be surprised if Pittsburgh pulls the trigger on another trade. This time for LAZARD, one of Rodgers' most trusted targets. Here's something else to think about. A few weeks ago, a video went viral of Aaron Rodgers throwing routes to DK Metcalf. It was highly produced, professional lighting, high-def cameras, not your average off-season workout. But what wasn't in that video? George Pickens. If Rodgers thought he'd be throwing to Pickens this year, why not include him in that workout? Or any workout? The absence feels intentional. The message was clear. Rodgers already sees Metcalf as his guy. And with Metcalf signing a monster 5-year, $150 million deal this offseason to stay in Pittsburgh, the Steelers have clearly chosen him as the face of the receiving room. Steelers GM Omar Khan spoke recently about Pickens' departure, and while he didn't give any fiery quotes, he kept it professional. He noted Pickens' talent, thanked him for his contributions, and wished him well in Dallas. It's clear there's no bad blood publicly, but we can read between the lines. When a GM goes out of his way to not speak about a player's long-term value, it's usually because that value wasn't there, at least not in their system. Let's not pretend George Pickens didn't bring drama. From sideline tantrums to cryptic social media posts, he often caused as much chaos as he did production. While he led the team in receptions and was a deep threat every defense had to respect, his emotional outbursts and visible frustration during games raised questions about maturity and consistency. And Rodgers? Yeah, he's not the guy to babysit. Wide receivers. That's why this move might not just be about making room for Rodgers. It might be because of Rodgers. Let's zoom out a second. Pickens is gone, Metcalf is in, and Rodgers might be on the way. This offense is being reshaped in a new image, one that values veteran savvy, route precision, and mental toughness. Offensive. Coordinator Arthur Smith even hinted during the draft that he wants an offense built around power and speed. Metcalf fits that vision perfectly. Pickens? Not so much. With Pickens gone, Rodgers not confirmed, and only Metcalf and Mike Williams as true threats, the Steelers are likely not done making moves. Whether that's trading for LAZARD, signing a free agent like Keenan Allen or Amari Cooper, or even targeting another receiver in camp. The WR room is far from set. If Rodgers does walk through the doors of the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex this offseason, you can bet he'll have a say in who he's throwing to. So here's the big story. The Steelers have officially signed 6 of their 7 2025 NFL draft picks, and rookie minicamp is already underway. This is a major step forward as the organization tries to solidify its future with a class of young, hungry, and extremely promising talent. Among the newest Steelers who signed their rookie deals on Friday are QB Will Howard, CB Caleb Johnson, DL Yahya Black, Edge Jack Sawyer, CB Dante Kent, LB Carson Bruner. That's 6 out of 7 picks locked in, just one name missing, and we'll talk about him in a second. But overall, this shows that GM Omar Khan and the front office are working efficiently to make sure this draft class hits the ground running. It's no secret. Pittsburgh is embracing a youth movement, and this class is going to play a huge role in how the 2025 season shakes out. Let's talk Will Howard. And Steelers fans, you might want to buckle in, because this kid could be something special. Howard has already made it crystal clear that Pittsburgh was his dream destination. He openly admitted that during the draft, he was hoping and praying for that call from the 412. Well, he got it. And now, he's got his contract, he's got the jersey, and he's got an opportunity to compete for the starting quarterback job. With all the uncertainty surrounding the QB room, from Mason Rudolph to the potential Rodgers saga, Will Howard enters training camp with something to prove. This is a player who brings size, arm strength, leadership, and toughness. And, while he's raw, he has all the tools you'd want in a developmental QB with long-term upside. He's not just happy to be here. He wants to win here. Now, let's not overlook the defensive additions, because this 2025 draft class wasn't just about offense. It was about rebuilding a defense that has to return to being elite. Yahya Black brings some serious interior strength to that defensive line. He's a powerful, disruptive force in the middle and will provide much-needed depth in the trenches. Jack Sawyer, coming off the edge, could be a sneaky breakout candidate. He's got the motor, the pedigree, and if you pair him up with TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, that's a scary rotation for opposing quarterbacks. Dante Kent and Caleb Johnson, 2 athletic, aggressive corners who will have a real shot at making the 53-man roster, especially given the team's ongoing issues in the secondary. And don't sleep on Carson Bruner, a high IQ linebacker who has special teams demon written all over him. He might be a 6th rounder, but this kid has a real shot to earn his place on this roster. Now, the one rookie who hasn't put pen to paper yet is first-round pick Derek Harmon, the massive defensive tackle out of Michigan State. But Steelers Nation, don't panic. This is completely normal. First-round contracts tend to be a bit more complicated. Why? Because they involve big signing bonuses, fully guaranteed deals, and often positional market comparisons. Harmon's camp is likely waiting to see what other defensive tackles, like Tyleik Williams from Detroit, sign for. Harmon went earlier than several other DTs, so his agent is going to want to maximize every dollar based on those comps. That's business. That's smart negotiating. But by all accounts, there's no drama, no animosity. The Steelers expect this to get done sooner rather than later. And let's not forget, Harmon is a cornerstone pick. He was drafted to reshape the Steelers' defensive identity. They'll get it done. He'll be in black and gold soon enough. One of the coolest things we're seeing this offseason is just how excited these rookies are to be part of this organization. They're embracing the legacy. They're embracing the grind. And they're already buying into Mike Tomlin's no-nonsense, high-standard culture. This draft class feels different, more focused, more mature. No headlines, no controversy. Just guys ready to work, ready to represent Pittsburgh, and ready to win. And don't forget, they're stepping into a locker room that just added DK Metcalf. They're learning from guys like TJ Watt and Cam Hayward. That's the kind of environment where rookies can thrive fast. All right, Steelers Nation, it's your turn to speak. What do you think about the George Pickens trade? Was this a smart move to set up a new Rodgers-led offense? Or did we give up on a generational talent too soon? Do you believe Rodgers is really coming to Pittsburgh? And who should the Steelers add next? LAZARD, Cooper, Keenan Allen? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I want to hear it all. The hot takes, the breakdowns, and yes, even the rants. This channel is built for passionate Steelers, fans like you. To wrap this up, here's the bottom line. George Pickens is gone, but that doesn't mean the Steelers are taking a step back. In fact, all signs point to this being part of a much bigger, much bolder plan. Whether or not Aaron Rodgers puts on the black and gold in 2025 remains to be seen. But the stage is set, the pieces are moving, and this team is aiming high. Don't forget to like this video if you want to see Rodgers in Pittsburgh. And hit that subscribe button so you're always up to speed with every twist and turn in this wild offseason. Thanks for riding with us. We're just getting started. Here we go, Steelers Nation. Let's get it.